Oh. Oh man, don't worry, I'm not completely naked. uh, I reckon I'm just gonna upload this anyway. So, it's already 1 minute of the video gone now, and I'm completely nourished, kind of revitalized, pretty deeply tired, grounded, feel really loved and held, and just kind of way more peace in my system than I felt for a very long time. And I've just been at like a 2-day festival called Bliss Fest, and it's like a sober, like no drugs or alcohol event up near Donnybrook. And there's just been like dancing and singing, like, yeah, dance, kirtan, just so many things like yoga and just epic food, great connections, and some wild stuff, you know, like a naked dance kind of event, and all without drugs or alcohol. And we had a food fight in this field, like just fucking random stuff, just all packed into like 2 or 3 days of just connection and celebration of the human experience. And I've just sort of in the process of packing up my stuff. And while I was still in the Buddha field, I thought to make a video and just to share, I guess, share some of the medicine that I've received and taken part in this last few days. And Happy New Year. 2026 has arrived, hey? And it's my hope, or my wish for you, that this year is by far the best one you've had, and everything you're longing for, or that you're wanting to show up in your life, or to move on from, or better health, or better looking bank account, or new job, or just whatever you need for your time and your sort of life at the moment. I really hope that it shows. What do they say? There's a couple of things, isn't it? You want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Or that, you know, life gives us what we need, not what we want. So that was sounding really spiritual and stuff, eh? Connection. It's like the simple things are the most profound, I reckon. Like just human connection, touch. Like, I've received so many hugs and so much touch in this last few days that my whole system is just like there's this dropping or this peace that it's just natural, hey, that human connection is in modern society where, you know, I spend a lot of time, my phone is my connection, and that's just fucked. So I'm really grateful that I took the step to come along to this festival. I don't really ever go to many festivals just because of the drugs and the alcohol and the strange vibration that I don't like to be around. So to come to a place like this where it's just so held, I reckon the New Year's Eve day was probably one of the best days, if not the best day I've ever had in my whole life. Like, and I'm 49 years old. And the day began with like a yoga sesh in this beautiful kind of garden area near a big dam, and then after that it was into I sort of had a quick breakfast, and then it was straight into a shamanic breath work, possibly an hour session, like, you know, 50 people in this tent just breathing and expressing and allowing whatever wanted to come through just to move through. And then deep kind of silence after that, and then in the same tent it rolled straight into like an hour of kirtan, and that was just beautiful. Like these amazing musicians that are kind of based in Fremantle area, just weaving their medicine, and so that was the next thing. And then I can't even remember what was next, but it was just one thing after the other, and that was the day where they had the naked dance. The lady guided everyone through all the guilt and the shame that comes up. And I'm not sitting here naked. All the stuff that comes up around our bodies, hey, we come in naked and pretty well leave naked, and all the stuff that we carry around our own bodies, and the shapes and the sizes or whatever, to be in a held space and guided through all those fears, and all that stuff was just so liberating. And there's such an innocent playfulness that comes. You know, you think, oh, we're going to be in a room of naked people dancing, and this thing of sort of over-sexualizing, or it's if we're naked it means sex. And then just to strip through all those layers, strip, and come back to the innocence and the playfulness, and it's super liberating. And then there's this amazing dam where we're all swimming and kind of cooling off. And what else happened in that day? Just meeting people, and then New Year's Eve, just all this great music and dancing, and it was just one thing just rolling into the next. Oh, that's right, that was the food fight day. So they have at the Bliss Fest, hopefully they're going to have it more often. They have these surprises through the day, and on that New Year's Eve, we all meet at the main sort of stage, and they're like, okay, the next surprise is we're going to all go out into this field and have a food fight. And they had buckets of like flour and water mix, and like cans of, or like squeezy bottles of barbecue and tomato sauce, and like expired bottles of caramel sauce, and just like hot chips, or like frozen chips, and just all this stuff. And it's this big field, and then we made two teams, and then it would just turn into this complete battle of like throwing food and shit at everyone. And they had these like catapult things, and they were loading them up with hot chips and then shooting them out like big slingshots across the field, and it was so crazy. And And I had the tomato sauce to start with. And I think it was barbecue sauce. I'm squirting it on the other team as they were coming, and then that finished. And then I got the caramel, this thick caramel sauce, and I was trying to like shoot the sauce out onto people, and then I ended up just shotting it into my hand and just like flinging it out on everyone, and it was just shit everywhere. It was like by far the best food fight I've ever had. And and I bought these new boardies like about a month ago, because I haven't bought a new pair of boardies for like 20 years or something, just getting op shop ones and this and that. And I brought this, like, I think they were $130 board shorts from the local surf shop in Margs, and yeah, and I thought it's nice to have some new kind of shorts that fit and stuff. And next minute I'm in this food fight with me brand new boardies and I look down and they're just covered in like batter kind of mix, and I was just completely covered in food and slime and slop, and just like my new boardies, hopefully it'll wash out when I get home. So yeah, so it's been a wild ride. That particular day, New Year's Eve, felt like a week jammed into one day. Like when I didn't even make 12 o'clock. I got back to my car about 11 and minced around a bit, and I was just laying there, and I was like, that, when I thought back through all the things that had happened in that day, it properly felt like a week. Yeah. So thanks for listening, and I just really wanted to share some of my experiences, because connection and love and coming together in clarity and in healthy celebration, it's got to be the future. And there's this whole movement at the moment. They're even making non-alcoholic beer, and there's a real kind of undercurrent of health revolution moving through. And 20 years ago, an event like this in Western Australia wouldn't have even been a thing, but here we are, 2026, and these guys are just doing amazing stuff. They're called Joy Tribe, or it was originally the Liberator Movement, the Liberators out of Perth, and yeah, so nourishing, so beautiful to be part of this. I wasn't sure whether to talk much about it before I came along, because not until I've had an experience I like to actually share stuff. So if you get a chance in the future to come to one of these bliss festivals, they're highly recommended. And then yesterday, like New Year's Day, the surprise was to go across. There's another event that's taking place down the road, literally 5 minutes away, called Smashed Avocado, and that was a stock standard drug, alcohol festival. And I think someone said there was like 2,000 people there, and here there was only like 200 or 300. So there's still a lot of work to do, I suppose, to promote the sober festivals. But the surprise yesterday was to basically do a flash mob over to the Smashed Avocado Festival, and everyone, like, there was, I don't know, maybe 250 people all dressed in yellow, and we had this massive operation of the logistical kind of nightmare of getting all of us over there to this other event. And then the organisers had these big speakers on like trolleys and stuff, and we had like little guns that shoot bubbles and water pistols and all this stuff. And so we head over there, and it was early afternoon, and of course all those crew had just had a massive night on all sorts of drugs or whatever the fuck they're into. And we get there just like complete straight edge fucking love warriors, just completely amped up and walking through the camp with these big speakers pumping, and we're all just rocking out and dancing and shooting our bubble guns, and it was the most amazing scene. And then we get down to the dance floor area, and there was a band that was just about to start playing, and we just like flash mobbed in there, and all the music's pumping, and we're rocking out on kind of their dance floor. And eventually the band was like, hey, this is our spot, this is our gig, we got to be playing, and kind of moved us on. And then we went down through this other area, down to this sort of lake, and where everyone was chilling in the bushes and stuff after their massive night. And it was such a contrast in energy, like to walk through all these people that were just struggling, they were fucked. It's been a long time since I've taken kind of recreational drugs, but the come down, or the complete just zombified, dead spirit, dead energy. And here we are, we're just shooting our little fucking bubble guns, and I was wishing people Happy New Year, and it was there was a lot that came up for me walking through there, because it felt so dead, and it's like all these, there's so many elements of society that for so long have been trying to squash our energy, to make us sick, to make us confused, to make us divided, just coming in from all angles to poison us, to disempower humanity on so many levels. And I had some words come the other night when I got up in the middle of the night, this reclaiming of our sovereignty and our natural power, and our fucking our magnificence, and our zest, and our vigor for life, that challenges establishment and challenges all these mainstream narratives. And it's like that needs to be reclaimed and fucking owned, rather than, it's like, especially when I was younger, I thought it was really like against the system to get blind drunk or take drugs and all this. But as I've aged, I realized that it's actually part of the system is, it's like, I'm going anti-establishment, I'm getting all fucked up, but it's under the establishment does want you fucked up, and does want you sick and confused and broken, and so I'm so grateful that events like this, healthy celebration, old school drumming, dancing, singing, nudity, good food, clarity, deep connections, that's living. If we're going to be here on earth, and we've chosen to be here, why not be as alive and full and overflowing as we can possibly be? Because yeah, it looks like I'm pretty revved up, hey? Almost banged out 20 minutes of ramble. Life. What did one lady say to me? We were talking about just life and relationships ending and all these different things, and the words that she had, it's like, life is devastatingly beautiful, the contrast and the challenges that we face, and all the shit that arrives in one way or another, that that we've chosen to learn from and pass through. It's devastatingly beautiful, and I love that. It sort of really summarizes a lot of my adventures over the years, and the deeper the devastation, almost the deeper the beauty. Just allowing life to break us open again and again and again and again. Thanks for listening. And yeah, Happy New Year. Sending a lot of love and a lot of celebration and a lot of ease. And yeah, may 2026 be your best one yet. And maybe I'll see you at Bliss Festival in the future. Okay, much love. See ya.